Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I wanted to explain my warm-up routine in depth for you guys because I know a lot of you on stream watch me do my warm-up routine, but I don't exactly explain what I'm thinking. Sometimes, a lot of the times I'm not thinking at all. No, I'm just kidding, but I just want to explain how I warm up for playing ranked or just playing on stream and how maybe you guys can develop your own warm-up routine. But first things first, I do want to show you guys my warm-up routine, and hopefully it'll help you develop one as well. That's the plan anyway. Alright, let's get right into it. So I think you know where this starts. I'm always first to go into free play. I'm pretty sure most people will tell you to start off in free play. But what if you've never trained free play? What are some objectives you should have in free play? Well, right now, as you can see, I don't have unlimited boost on because I'm trying really hard not to depend on the unlimited boost and focus on where I'm tracking boosts on the field while I'm in free play so that I can consciously do that in game. So that's something, definitely like getting familiar with where all the boosts are on the field is good to start off in your journey in free play. But essentially, find out where your reset button is because it's important. It'll help you work on your kickoffs because it'll always set you in the next kickoffs. You can just, so that's kind of how I used to work on kickoffs back when I was really bad at them. Not that anything's changed. I'm just kidding. But basically, yeah, so definitely it's like a first step, just kind of getting comfortable with going to the ball. I have Bacchus mod on, so my D-pad also controls the ball, which is super nice, especially when you want to get into dribbling. So that's another thing, like approaching the ball and getting used to controlling it, following the ball when you're hitting it, and just generally keeping your momentum, gaining speed, minding your boost, making sure that you're taking a good path. Now, although booming the ball over and over is a really great way to gain speed and momentum, definitely do it if you're first starting out. It'll just get you used to the moving around the field, right? But essentially, you also want to be able to control the ball and keep it close to you for those times where you have time with the possession. A lot of people, when you first start playing Rocket League, have tendency to always boom the ball, which isn't terrible, but you have to kind of be able to be mindful of other people on the field and just keeping that in the back of your mind. So having options is great. Free play, although it is a great place to work on speed and booming the ball, it's also a really great place to kind of switch things up. Do a little bit of both, mix it up. It's free play, you can do whatever you want. So yeah, I hope that that's like a good direction to start off with free play. Training packs are great. I'm gonna get into some of my favorite training packs, but after a while in training packs, you don't want them to be a crutch for you with certain plays, especially if you're somebody that likes to work on specific mechanics. I think it's a really great to start working on those things in free play, whether it be double touches or air dribbles or whatever kind of training packs you use to help you train the fancier mechanics. At first, I think it's great to use them to start learning, and then being able to do those things in free play is huge. Bacchus mod has this really great thing that allows you to easily place the ball on top of your car, and I've seen Jazer use it this way, but basically it's a great way to help you set yourself up for stuff. So don't be shy. If you are on PC, you can use Bacchus mod to help you in training a ton. This one shoots it on the backboard, so you can practice like backboard hits. This one, I think it depends on your speed, right? So if I'm going buck wild fast, so will the ball. I actually don't use that feature in Bacchus mod as much as I probably should, but it is helpful. Once again, I just don't want it to be like used as a crutch for me, because you know I'm not gonna be able to send the ball to myself in the middle of a ranked match. So, but it's definitely good for setting up specific shots and situations that you may not be able to set up for yourself, like getting those crazy double touches, you know. But yeah, so that's definitely where I start off my routine, always in free play, just to kind of get my hands warm, get the blood flowing. Seriously, because if you have cold hands, they might not be responsive to do the things that you want to do. And Rocket League is a very demanding game when it comes to finger movements. So enough with the nerdy talk though. I want to move on to my training packs that I use because I think it's really important. This one is a little bit more specific to what you need to work on. I think I'm going to give you guys 2 training packs that I think anybody can use and will benefit from, and then I'll show you kind of the one that I'm using to learn the mechanic that I'm working on right now. So these are all my favorite training packs, but I really only use 2 or 3 of these at any given time. The very first training pack that I recommend you download right now, and I'm gonna scroll over to it right now so the code is already on the screen, is the Strength and Accuracy training pack by Vince. This is a training pack that was introduced to me by King Ranny. You can see one of his other training packs in my favoriting list, but King Ranny, if you don't know who he is on SSG with me. He is an incredible 1v1 player at some points being the top 1v1 player in North America. So he's awesome. Definitely go and check out some of his videos if you want better advice than I'm giving right now, but he's the one that showed me this training pack, and basically this is the gauntlet for all the open net you'll ever have to take. So I definitely recommend downloading this one if you're somebody that struggles with taking shots under pressure. Ooh, there's a little bit of frameage there. Taking shots under pressure and just needing to feel like, I think that this training pack really helped me with thinking about the shots that I take on net, because you really have to take a second and angle your shots correctly. And another huge thing with this training pack to keep in mind, and here, let me restart it, is the way that you hit the ball. So when you first start playing Rocket League, a lot of time people will flip into the ball like so, and you don't really get any controlled power from that. You can get power from it, but there's no control. So you want to try and train yourself to use the nose of your car, and that's something that King Ranny definitely helped me with, tilting my car back and using the nose of my car to shoot. So if that's not something that you kept in mind, that's something that you can use this training pack for. But basically, yeah, I keep restarting it because this first shot is really great to show how important it is to be able to control the shot. You can just teach yourself to angle the shots in the top corners. You know, I'm trying really hard to, that's kind of how I drill myself on this first shot. A lot of people might get bored of me doing this on stream, but it does really help me with thinking about where I want to place the ball, because in 1v1s especially, you have one defender to worry about, and if they're on the goal line and you know how to place a shot, you can place it out of their reach. So that is definitely something. And again, with these corner shots, these ones are tricky because you can use arrow to shoot these, but it's actually not necessary. But yeah, it's actually kind of hard to explain and also try and shoot. As I shouldn't be saying that though. That's literally what I have to do as a streamer, is play and talk at the same time. So now, but these focus shots, it does really help to do them ad nauseum and score them when you're doing them, guys. No, again, like I said, it's one of those things that I do to warm myself up, get my brain in the mindset to make shots like this. So. My Bacchus mod also mirrors the shot automatically, so if you're getting confused as to why I restarted and it gets mirrored, that's because my Bacchus mod likes to do that. I had it off for a little while, but honestly, it does kind of help me, because for me personally, I always had a side. I don't know if you guys have training packs that will give you each setup on the same setup on each side. I would always favor a side, right? But since I had this setting on where it mirrors it automatically, I do not have a favorite side anymore, and that's actually a good thing. I want to be proficient on both sides, you know what I'm saying? So definitely, if that's something that you have trouble with, like if you always go up the left wall and you never ever go up the right wall for shots, definitely turn on the mirroring, because it helped me with that problem. Alright, enough of me missing these shots. I I need to continue to use this training pack. But like I said, you can put this training pack in your favorites and use it every single day until you are a 7-time, 8-time SSL. It's just one of those training packs that it's good to just practice your power shots. You can use it to practice some crazy double touches as well. So I like it. I hope you try it out. So this next training pack that I use is something that I started using to train with air dribbles. It is the Air Dribble Wall and Ground Training Pack by Iowa. But since then, I have kind of used it, or I've kind of adapted it to be an off-the-wall training pack where basically everything that I do off the wall has been born from this training pack. So air dribbling, flip reset, ceiling shots, just off the wall, passing, anything that you have to do off the wall, or air dribbling from the ground, as it says wall and ground, but it's mostly from the wall. So this was a really great training pack to start off learning how to get wall setups, and how to start air dribbling from the ground and the wall. So this first shot is a ground air dribble. There is a YouTube video. I'm not 100% sure who it's by, but I will post it in the description below. The YouTube video that basically explains every single shot in this training pack, and that helped me learn how to air dribble. But this first shot is a ground air dribble. It's a little saucy, and the second one I believe is another ground air dribble, but it's farther back. And so yeah, this is how I learned how to air dribble. Poorly, no, but it's just one of those things where I actually don't practice air dribbling a whole ton anymore. As a 1v1 main, it is a good option for air dribble bumping and stuff like that, but if you're not gonna go for that demo, it's pretty easily defendable. So here we go. These ones are off the wall to start off, really shallow off the wall setups that are for air dribbling. But again, you can take this training pack and do what you will with it, you know what I mean? So if I wanted to practice double touches, I could practice double touches, you know what I mean? If I wanted to practice ceiling shots, I could practice ceiling shots, you know what I mean? I can do it all. So that's why I really like this training pack, and I recommend it, having it in your repertoire of training packs to practice doing stuff off of the wall and getting comfortable in the air, and just, oh my goodness, and I just didn't expect to finish like that, and just overall get more comfortable coming off the sidewall. This is one of those training packs where after a while, I recommend you take what you are learning into free play, so you don't get used to this setup happening without you doing it yourself, because that's kind of what happened to me at first. I got really good at air dribbling, but I could really never do it in game because I didn't know how to set it up for myself. So there was very rare when the situation just kind of arised itself. So yeah, definitely try this one out. Okay, I'll stop repeating this one, but basically it just continues to go farther and farther out on the field until you have done air dribbles. Basically, you do an air dribble basically the entire length of it. So this one's definitely one of my favorites. It makes me feel cool when I land cool things, and yeah, it's versatile. I like it a lot. I don't ever feel like you need to 100% training packs all the time, or make every single shot. And that training packs, there's no pressure. You can do whatever the heck you want, you know. So don't let it get to your head. And the best feeling is just landing something in a training pack, and then, you know, if you can do it in a training pack, if you can do it in free play, eventually you'll be able to do it in game, no doubts. But it's got to start somewhere. That's why I'm kind of trying to. I always try and tell people to make up their own warm-up routine, but hopefully this video will help some of you guys like formulate your own, something that works for you, you know, because not everybody's the same Rocket League player. We don't have the same goals. We're not the same. Like, I'm a 1v1 main, so my goals are a little bit different than somebody who plays Rocket League standard all the time, or somebody who plays Rocket League really casually all the time, or somebody who's an extra mode main. You know, our goals are definitely a little bit different. Speaking of goals though, this came up on Twitter the other day. I believe, yeah, it was Jackie Wolf. She's one of our social media interns. She's awesome, if you don't know who Jackie is, for SSG. But she asked how to, like, enjoy Rocket League more and not get so bogged down by the skill. And basically, my answer to her was to not focus so much on rank. And that's what I'm going to try and tell you guys, too, is not to focus so much on your rank and try and focus on an individual skill, whether it be a certain thing you have to worry about in your positioning or your boost management, or a very specific mechanic, half flipping, using power slide effectively, you know, stuff like that, like making it a specific thing to work on, because as soon as you refine your mechanics or certain things without thinking about your rank, you'll come to find that you might rank up a lot faster. Because at first, deranking is natural. I talk a lot about this in my How Not to Tilt Playing 1v1s video, but basically, you're gonna start deranking and you can't let it get to you. So that's why I always tell people to make goals that don't focus or revolve around your rank. Definitely make goals that revolve around a certain skill or Before I move on from training packs, like I said, I always have one training pack added on to those two that I do. Right now, it's actually this fast kickoff one. I'm not going to show you. That's going to be a whole different video because I actually have to learn how to do a fast kickoff. So I'm wondering if I could, you know, maybe if I record my process, it'll help some people. Sir Classy did a video learning how to do a breezy flick that way. So I think I'm going to try and learn how to fast kickoff. And it might seem simple and easy for some of you guys, all right? You know, but it's definitely something that I have not dabbled in. So I'll be getting to that, just not right now, okay? Okay, so lastly, for warming up, I know this is something that's not available to everybody, especially if you're a console player, so please forgive me. I really do hope in the future they add workshop maps to console, or some sort of creative mode where you can make a map in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like Fortnite has. I think it would be insane. We talk about this a lot on my podcast, SSG SCUFFED. We've actually brought it up like 4 or 5 times. But we're just itching for a creative mode. Hopefully one day. Hopefully one day. Alright, so workshop maps are really great lately. For my aerial car control, I have been using the Lethamir's Lava Ring. So there's a lot of different variations of the ring maps. This one, I just kind of like the feel and the look of it, so I've been using it. If it lets me, okay, it just takes a little while to load. But yeah, basically, you have to have unlimited boost for this one or you will perish. You will die. So it just helps you with your car control. So at first I recommend people go through rings or anything at first, as simple as you possibly can, aerialing. If you're somebody who knows how to aerial, then try doing it backwards. Try going through an entire rings course backwards. It helps you kind of break that muscle memory of you going forwards. It for the first like couple days it really does suck. I mean, even now I haven't practiced in a long time. It's kind of like bleh for me. But flying backwards, huge. It's huge. Definitely learn how to control your car backwards as if you were using it forwards. You know, it's one of those things that we kind of neglect while we're learning how to aerial. But in a lot of situations, you'll find yourself lying upside down, I think. Oh heck, I almost made it. But basically in this one, this is definitely where I train my my aerial car control the most. I definitely need it, obviously. Have some sort of workshop where you're working on something you don't in your training packs and in free play. The reason why I really like workshops is because it kind of gets your brain out of that Rocket League map feel, and you kind of feel like you're playing a different game, but at the same time you are training your movement and your mechanics. It's kind of like aim training for shooters, you know, but Rocket League, you know. So I know that there is a way to get workshop maps on Epic Launcher. I think Lethamir has a video, and some other people on YouTube might have their little tutorials on how to include workshop maps. So definitely try. If it's an option, do it. Even if it's a little complicated, it's worth it, I'd say. there's something about being able to get out of the structure of Rocket League that really does help. It really just does help get good. Another workshop map I recommend is the Dribble Challenge 2 workshop. Any of the Dribble challenges that you see people trying to complete, it is a good challenge to try and complete, or at least attempt to complete, if you're somebody that doesn't dribble very well. I ain't gonna lie, it was the foundation of my dribbling career in Rocket League, or ground dribbling career in Rocket League. So if you're somebody that struggles with that, this workshop map is awesome. And again, it's just that idea of getting your mind out of that solid structure of Rocket League and putting it somewhere else. I think it really does help keep the interest going in this game. And I really do hope, oh my god, I really do hope that they add some sort of creative mode where we can see more of that, and we can see the community flourish in other ways. I would love to see that. Plus, my man Leth is tired. Like, he's tired. He needs some rest. Give my man Leth some rest, Ionix. Gotta have. It would be so cool to see a creative mode come out and have other well-known map makers kind of make a name for themselves through the creative mode. I know that Leth isn't the only person in the entire world making Rocket League maps, by the way. I just know that he's the most popular one doing it because of his following. But to be able to give those other people an easier way, a better platform for them to be creative in a game that definitely, this one I always cheese. Don't talk to me. This one I always cheese. I just launched it. But yeah, Dribble Training. Dribble Training is super important. Something you can practice in free play as well. But this one kind of, again, workshop maps are great for breaking your brain and just allowing you to get out of that Rocket League routine. We're not going to watch me do this, though. We really aren't, because I haven't done it in so long. Oh, man. After that, I can't say that if I'm playing ranked, I'll go into casuals first. I like to go into ranked. I know a lot of you like to go into ranked right away, but maybe add that 10 to 15 minute warm-up routine, something that you can feel accomplished and that you can land a couple fancy shots that gives you that extra confidence to do well in ranked. You know what I'm saying? And don't forget to work on your weaknesses too. Something that I'm struggling with right now is my boost management. My boost management is absolutely garbage right now. I think it's just because I have a lot going on and I will just put the pedal to the metal and not even think about it. But on top of that, I really hope this video helped you guys out to develop your own warm-up routines. If you have one, please comment down below and let me know. If you have a favorite training pack, put it in the comments. I want to know because I need some mo. We all need help in this game, so please help us. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the channel, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your heckin' week in life. Okay, bye.
Hey, listen.